By the way, all these YouTubes are available on YouTube, right? I guess if
Yeah,
you
if you have the link, or maybe even if you don't have the link, I think there's some available.
You mean it's not searchable,
Okay,
or it's
perfect.
not easily viewable on the
No, I
on?
think actually it is easily viewed. I think in the end because originally we just on the thing. Then we said, you know what? If somebody else, some younger man is trying to figure out a similar seif and it helps him, why not? You know.
Of course.
of course.
Shinlamid Gimel
Safe
base
base.
inside. Wait, that's Shinlamid.
Okay, so okay. באמת דברים אמורים
Yeah.
שאין להם עליו אלא תרומס, when does the rule apply? That the maskir or the soicher, right?
Yeah.
Can't have no the
In
balabosa.
this case, it's the Seicher. He looks like he's talking about.
שאין להם עליו תרומס, ושלא יהולכו. That's only when they didn't go. Then the workers cannot complain against the hirer because
Right.
they never went there, so it wasn't a tircha for them. They stayed
Right.
home. When do we say that in a case where they didn't go? Is this taking a step further? When yesterday they couldn't have rented themselves.
Yesterday there was other work. All right, when there wasn't other work, meaning he was the only guy offering something, anyways.
Yeah, he was the only one because otherwise,
right,
they could say you made us, you incurred a loss of me. But like
right, because now they
said, at the time of when they were hired yesterday, they could have gone elsewhere, right?
Right, yeah.
So then,
and furthermore, he's going to add another condition.
1 second. This is part of the condition. But yet, now nobody.
So it has to be both things. When yesterday there was
they could have been
found, and today now you can't. So now I have a tie against you.
Yeah, but if yesterday you couldn't have found, so
so you have no so then you have only tarum. It's fine. He made you a tircha, but he didn't
mess anything for you.
Loss.
He didn't mess. That's one thing.
He didn't make you a monetary loss. There was nothing else available besides for him, anyways.
Right.
So you can't tie. If you hadn't told us, you would have taken work by somebody else. There was nobody else. It was only him.
And another criteria over here is that the action is called klal, that by you saying firing them now, or not firing them, backing out.
Right, telling them there's no work.
There's nobody now. But if there's somebody now, you can't have tarumas either.
Right, there's no. So then you didn't take a monetary loss.
Right. Provided that all these conditions are met, it's mamish like a dover avod, right? For because they lost the what do you call it, the chance to make money, and you have to pay them keschorim kepoel bottle. Again, we defined how we computed a formula. The shach says how much is with work minus without the work.
You're right. If how much would somebody accept to take pay to come and sit without doing this work? Yeah,
without doing that. Okay. And that's what you have to. So then the imnis kon bepocha is. Do you realize that formula, Paul bottle is not gleich anymore? It's not a standard amount.
I mean, it is quantifiable though. Meaning you would say like, okay, let's say
in other words, depends what you are, what you would have been hired, minus without doing the work, but your start-off point could be much higher than You follow what I'm saying? Stam, if you're a garbage cleaner, that's a lower paid job.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's a high paid job. I don't know. I'm just saying, give it as
A
an example.
garbage, the guy, the
They get benefits. Huh?
they
It's a
get,
whole. Okay, whatever.
but yeah,
A rabbi doesn't get benefits, but a
right,
garbage collector does
right.
because union. Okay, bad example.
But
So
yeah,
it's
but let's say for example, I have two jobs available. They're both
yeah,
security positions.
yeah.
One guy sits at the desk and one guy has to make rounds. So how much would you pay the guy who has to make rounds, and how much the guy who sits only sit at the desk?
Exactly. So what I was trying to say is that your start off point by certain jobs, if it's an executive job, is higher because you're saying you're starting off by, it's all in the corporate world. That example is in the corporate world. Vis-a-vis, if you, for example, if it's loading and unloading a truck,
Right, right,
uh, or driving the truck without the schoira
right.
minus.
Right. Also, right.
So, so,
Imagine you.
boiled bottle is not a standard, what do you call it, amount. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I mean it's yeah, and not only
Yeah, the
that, it's
the
also
formula depends on what you're talking
and it
about.
depends also for example, if I'm going to tell a doctor,
Yeah,
you come and you stay here, and there and it's like almost like you're on call. There may or may not be. If there's a surgery, then you get paid more. Or let's say a guy on a sports team, and you're on the bench, okay. But if
yeah,
one of my guys get injured and I pull you in the game, you get paid more. Okay, but I got it's already a skilled guy over there we're talking about. So he's already
right,
so it's not Bupkis getting paid.
right. So sag ich, it's depends when you assess this according to the
Meaning,
Shach's
now,
formula.
meaning the truth is nowadays.
Yeah,
And remember, we said by a Rebbe, we said by someone who teaches Torah or a
yeah,
teacher Bichlal, it says that you don't play him like a pale bottle because the Rebbe doesn't want to. He wants to teach. He doesn't want to sit and be bottle.
right. So
And
he gets paid like a
but
rabbi
Bichlal
as
now,
he
but
teaches.
Bichlal nowadays, you don't really find such a thing of like, okay, I'll pay you to
But
sit here. What I'm coming, I'm a skilled person. I'm worth X amount an hour. So I don't know. Today that might be, it might be
it might be a problem.
yeah, it could be that a pale bottle is the same like no, yeah, look at it usually an on-call doctors at night, and he's been on call, he probably gets paid more to sit on call than do a surgery. you know
Right, 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 right.
I don't know.
So then he says, "Ve'im niskor bepochos," but let's say there is work now by somebody else, right? Except what the other guy's paying is at a lower rate than you would
Right.
have paid him had you hired him, right? So meshalem ha'pras. So you have to pay the difference.
And mistama also,
By the way, that might be more than per bottle.
mistama, this is assuming
Yeah,
that yesterday there was such work available, because if there was no work available yesterday,
this comes off anyway. This falls off.
let's say not there was no work, because if there was no work available, it's a moot point. Let's say there was you paying $20, yeah, and yesterday there was other work, but it was only $15 an hour available. So
Yeah.
if today they can get the 15, they didn't take a damage. It's the same 15 you could have got from the other guy yesterday. The only guy offering 20 was me, so I didn't cause you any. So it probably, meaning this is going under the assumption, Mishalem Abchas, it seems like it would be going under the assumption that yesterday they could have found the same work elsewhere for the same price,
For 15.
for the 20 or whatever.
But
Otherwise, there's no, why
okay,
Pchas? Why is there Pchas?
let's talk this out a little bit. I think it
Yeah,
deserves a little
yeah.
assuming yesterday 20 and 20, so then that's now that's the
So,
way I understand.
and today he can only find for 15.
So
Okay,
then you pay
so now
the
you
difference,
cost him $5.
$5. But if yesterday there was 15 and you're 20, you offer the most.
Right,
And today there's with the same situation now, 15
right.
and 20.
Today he finds, and today he finds only for 15.
So
Okay,
you
so
shouldn't
you
pay
didn't
anything.
you didn't damage him because the only other work he could find yesterday was 15, not 20.
Yeah.
That's
But,
it would
but
seem.
Paul, when are you canceling? The night before or by Bayom?
No, it could be either. Meaning so long as Leiholchu.
You could be mamish on the same day.
Right, as long as Leiholchu Adain.
Very good. Okay, weiter. Ve'im holchu.
That's the rule. What was helping noch nicht gegangen? It goes by these rules. Once Holchu, then sorry, it's as cholas malacha.
Fine. So then he says, "V'davke ve'im holchu." But if they went, and then the Ramon interposes and says, "V'davke sheholchu atmom," that they themselves went. Aval loy shlucham, but not their
Their agent or
whose agents.
their workers.
Why would their workers go?
I don't know. I asked the same thing. I had the same question. What worker sends a shliach? I mean, if unless you're saying it's a cobbler and he sent his employee or something, but that wouldn't make sense.
Okay, let's. Do you mind if we just do the mechaber without the Ramah in this? There's a Yud Aleph. There's a
Yeah, that's the shach Yudalif.
V'dav sholchu al tzishom nitzkan
But the Yud
b'neihem
Aleph is on
aschilus.
but the Yud Aleph is on in
Aschilus
both. It's
poelem
not
nigmar hascholas hamaisa, but holoch shom
right,
shaliach.
right. The Yud Aleph isn't on the Ramah, it's on the
Yeah, I
Mechaber.
understand. I understand what he's saying. I understand. The Fashiv sagt. It sagt, he's saying that if the guy didn't go, the worker didn't go there, he sent a shliach to see what the story is over there, just to see, let's say what they were gonna do the mow the lawn, for example, or they were gonna,
But the shliach, it's not because the whole point is that it's haskalas
Ascholas
melacha.
avoida.
It's the haskalas melacha. The shliach
Yeah,
is not starting the work, so what's the difference?
exactly.
So you know what it seems? It seems that he's probably sent the shliach just to check if it's ready to start or something like this.
That's a way.
And
That's a
then,
way.
but the shliach's not doing any melacha himself.
Exactly, but
Okay,
going there
that makes sense.
to what do you call it, to check out the site is not considered hascholas melocha. It's rather a preparation for
Right,
the melocha,
but it's not an actual haskalas. And the
and
whole
that's
point of
why
holach, the
it is
whole thing that
hascholas
holach
melocha.
changes that it's haskalas melacha.
So
So my
that's why
shliach, you don't have that. Okay,
since
got
it's
it.
not hascholas melocha,
Got
so
it.
that's not considered.
Makes
Since
sense.
he didn't go there, it's not considered as hascholas melocha, and that's why is and
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
why
yeah,
that's
yeah.
why
Got it.
it's not considered. That's why
Okay, good gesag.
elot tarumus in such a case. Okay,
Good
but he
gesag.
says anyway. The im holchu, and even when they went, afa b'shelo hoyu mitzim lehaskir asum emes, noizel lehem schar bepoel bottle. Oh, this is a shtickle chidush. If they
Right. Why?
went,
Because once halchu, it's already as chalas malacha.
but yeah. In other words, the whole thing of that he didn't find work yesterday, all that applies only in a case where they loy holchu. But once
Right.
holchu, everything changes.
It doesn't make a difference if anything was available yesterday or not.
Exactly, and doesn't make a difference of the work. Whether yesterday was 15 or 20. Everything is
It now goes only by your 20
interesting.
because there was nothing else. And halchu it now goes by default by your 20 because he started the work that you agreed to 20 for.
Right.
Now it'll meaning when's that going to make a difference? It's going to make a difference by Mishal Pras. By Mishal Pras, it's going to be against the 20.
I was going to say another thing is the schar bottle you pay now. How do you compute it?
Well, you compute it by your work only, by your
by the 20,
by
right?
somebody coming to do your thing, and then the best then would have to figure it out. How much is I
No,
guess how
but what
much
I'm saying, is that we said that if yesterday was 15 and today is 15 and 20 and 20,
right, right. So yeah, right. So, no, so and right
so
that the
you're,
pchas will only go according to the 15. But here there was no yesterday 15. There's only your 20, but there's a haschalas melacha.
yeah.
The
Anyway,
I don't think
if they have today, if they
I
have
don't think
today,
that'll be a nafkamina on how much pale bottle will be. I think the nafkamina will be if it's a mishalim pchas.
you mean here?
Yeah,
If
the
you went, if
nafkamina between the case of loy holchu and holchu, if there was if let's say for example, let's say yesterday, same situation, there was somebody else available, but at 15.
yeah,
But
and you
if holchu, that's irrelevant. The other guy at 15 now.
sure, because if Holchus,
Because holchu, that's cholas malacha. They're at 20. So now,
you could have gone, you could have done, you could have done, taken instead of doing a pearl bottle now, you could have worked for $15 an hour.
but that's not there now. Now it's cholas
You didn't,
malacha.
but
It's
Lebati,
gone.
you didn't do it. If you had the option and you didn't do it, you can't kind of give me 15 now and pay the difference because Lebati, you went to his field.
No, it goes even worse. It goes against the balabas. He can kind of forget the 15. I took your job and I started it. It's 20. So now if he tells him sorry, there's no work after holchu,
Yeah,
and he only gets a job for 15, he still has to pay him the 5. Whereas
yeah,
loy holchu, he wouldn't have to pay him anything because the only loss he's taking is nothing. Because yesterday he could have only found 15. But once holchu, now that other guy is irrelevant. He started your job. The price will only go. So you're damaging him against your 20. In the other case, loy holchu, you're only damaging him against the other guy's 15 that he could have gotten. So you can only tie into that. But holchu, it doesn't make a
in the
difference. The
case
other guy was out in
in the
15.
case of Loy Holchu, and you had yesterday 15, and so then
And let's say today he can only find 10. So you only have to pay him 5 more. Why?
okay.
Because what damage did you cause him? You caused them to not take the job for 15 yesterday. That's all you caused them.
What about you can't find anything today? Is Charbottle, no?
No, sí, that's Cherbato.
Yeah.
But if I offered you 20, yesterday there was another guy for 15, and today you can only find 10, I only have to be mashlim you to that 15. Because that's the only loss I caused you. I didn't
Right,
cause you a loss of 20. Nobody else was offering 20. Other
right,
people were only offering 15. But
right.
once holchu, I'm gonna have to pay you the price against the 20.
Okay, Pchatz is
Because
against the
now the
20.
loss I caused you isn't the guy from yesterday. It's I caused you the loss me from today.
Hold on a second.
Because
If Holchu, why should you pay the Pchatz of 20? Why don't you just pay Charbottle?
if what if holchu?
He said if Holchu, you pay
Mistam,
Charbottle.
Mistama, you could if he didn't find. No, because we're assuming if he found something here, it's assuming that he what's it called? It's I think it's
They
assuming
couldn't
that
find anything
it's
else.
it's assuming that the pchas is less than Tzchar.
Yeah. Well, if there would have been something over there, the next day there would have been other work. He wouldn't have gone there to the field. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't have been Hochu. Er wollte nicht gegangen,
Right.
right? Why should he
Yeah.
go? You know, or maybe he went because he thought he was going to get paid 20.
Right. So
He,
that's the he went. But the problem is once halchu,
yeah.
now the pchas goes against my job, not the other guy's job from yesterday. Because halchu already. It's already has cholas malacha.
Can
So
I
what
ask you
he's
a question?
losing, what he's losing out is not other jobs that were available yesterday. What he's losing out is my job that I offered today. What I offered only he's losing. He's losing that out. So Zechura, he can tie him more.
What is he offering now? I don't understand that.
Well, let's see now he's only getting 10.
No, hold on a second. This is not what we're talking about over here. We're talking about over here when
By Pchas, no, by Payil Batal is the same. So
Puzzles,
the
yeah,
difference. So
yeah.
yes, Schar Batal would be the
In the
same.
case of Holchu, it's talking about when you
Right.
offer
So
something 20 yesterday, and today, right? And
well, so it
today,
depends. It's different. There's two scenarios.
and today,
Today,
yeah,
either you're offering him nothing,
yeah.
and he can't find nothing.
And yesterday was
Then
nothing.
Payil Batal, and there it's the same across the board. The difference is going to be the next case.
What about if yesterday would have been 20 by him, by him and others 20, and today you cancel on him? How much you
Yeah,
have to
well,
pay?
he's paying get Payil Batal though. He's
Pay a
paying him get
bottle,
Payil Batal.
right? The only thing of Mashlim Zain, the way I understand it is, if yesterday was 20 and today there's 15, if yesterday was 20, the whole market was 20.
Everybody was. So
But
now you owe
today
him
it's
five.
15, so then you have to be Mashlim 5
Right.
for
Yeah.
incurring
Yeah.
the loss.
Correct.
Because he could tie that, I could have worked
Correct.
by somebody else, not by you. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
I can work with anybody for 20. The only time there'll be a difference between Holchu and Loy Holchu
Yeah.
is if I was offering 20 and everybody else was offering 15 yesterday. So then to be mashlim him, Mistami, you'll only have to be mashlim him to the 15 if Loy Holchu, but Holchu you have to be mashlim him to the 20.
Yeah. והוא שעכשיו, אף שלא מוצאים לעשיית אמש, Noisam Kisran Poel bottle because he went there. But if he didn't go there, he doesn't give him a penny.
Right? Because yeah. Again, unless there was something available yesterday and nothing available
Yeah.
today. That's the only time.
So how much does he give him if there was 20 yesterday? So how much would you put it? 20 minus how much?
And
Not going.
what's available now? Now is available nothing. Then Gepil bottle.
Bottle, yeah, but your starter point is 20. That's my point.
Yeah, but the Pale bottle is going to be each case. I guess each case. I don't know.
I think Scott. I mean, what do I know? But it would seem to me that schar bottle when your starter point is 20 and a schar bottle of 20 is is you left with more money lechoira, I think.
It's yeah.
Then if
I mean, I think it goes
that
by whatever this job is. Yeah, whatever Pale bottle would be for
yeah.
this job.
Okay, weiter. נויזן בזן בבוטל, והוא שעכשיו אינם נזכורים כלל. אבל אם מוצאים מי שיזכירם בסחירוסוי, אין להם אלא תרומס. Because they should take that job. Go take the job.
Yeah.
Instead of getting paid,
Right, because then be right,
but not
exactly.
doing anything by me, so then go find yourself,
Yeah. Right, and the only thing you have is tarum. It's because it was fine. It was talk a little bit of a tircha.
right. But if there's work to do now,
Go do the work. That's right.
do the work. Work.
The bottom line is fine. It was a tircha, but I did not cause you any loss.
Can I tell you something? If the guy doesn't take work, he doesn't give him
No,
kapel bottle.
no, he doesn't. He doesn't have the option to say nope. I don't want to
Go work, go.
And it comes up later in these seifim somewhere.
Oi bei der Arbeit jetzt for $15, I think he should have to pay $5
Oh look,
muslim.
the Ramah goes even further.
ויש להם אם דאפילו לא ימצאו רק מלוכה כבדה מזו רק שרויתם להסב בסחורן, צריכים להזכיר עצמם במקום אחר, and not here, because
Right, even if the other work is much harder work.
but the eitzah is he should work elsewhere, not in the harder work, no?
No, we should go. What's it called? They have to.
In the harder work.
Mokamacher means in the harder work.
1 second.
Meaning take the harder work. V'yesh cholkin.
1 second. Moke macher means over here melocha kveda.
Yeah, meaning they can't come to him and say, no, that work is harder. Either add for us more money if we're going to take give us something, so that we get more money if we go take that work, or give us kipel batal. He can say, no, sorry, go take the harder work. There's work available.
But can he mon the difference from this or not? Mashon nicht.
So it seems that according to this Yeshayim, no. As long as there's work for the $20, as long as there's work for the $20, even if it's harder work, there's work available for $20. That means I did not cause you a financial loss.
Right.
And the Yeshcholkin. I think what the Chilkin hold is that they can tell him that work's not, it's not equivalent work. Pay us kapel batal.
I think
pay
the difference.
Pay us more money. Either or.
Yeah. I have
choose. Either pay us kapel batal for your work, or give us something that we're going to benefit more, because we're going to have to work harder by that job than we would have by this job.
When we learned this last time, I don't know, we learned it with Rabbi Kazimov amongst ourselves. I wrote over here, V'yesh cholkim v'yeshalim achiluk.
Right. That meaning that he should pay more
because of the tircha of work.
Because it's a harder work. So he should be mashlim them. Yeah. But I'm saying, but
or you want to say,
but he also has the option. He also has the option to say, fine, you know what? I'll just pay you like a pale bottle. But why would he want to do that? That's gonna cost him more than being mashlim them.
Well, the point is that he has to see what is most convenient for him.
Right, but
according to the yesh cholkim.
Right, but mistame, if paying them like a pale bottle would be less. He has the option to just tell them, you know what, you sit here and I'll pay you like a pale bottle.
Right. But either because you assume the pale bottle is less.
Right, we're assuming that's going to cost more than to be mashlim them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bim einem motzim liyois niskorim elbe pochois. Meshal mehem apras. And if they can find work other than, only if you pay less.
So they can find work. But it's less work. Just like we said by
No, it's going to be poch. It's not less work with less salary.
He has to pay them the difference. Yeah.
Yeah, but not less work.
Not less work. No, that was the Ramah. That's a whole different thing. Yeah. This is meaning we said if they didn't find work, he has to pay them kapel bottle. Or alternatively, they did find work, but it's not for the same amount of money. Then he has to pay the difference.
Right. A second. Weiter, yeah?
Yeah.
Weiter. So, וכל אלו הדינים כשל בגלל בעל הבית מלאכתוי. מבאר, שהוא בפשיעוסוי. אם לא יסו בפשיע בעל הבית, בדובר כלל, הרי זה אונוס הנפטר כמו שנסבויר.
Right. All of this, whether holchu, whether loy holchu, all of this was when the balabayis was negligent. If he checked it and it was fine, and now something happened, he's an onus. It's not. It's a right, like we said before.
בערב, שהוא בפשיעה, אבל אם לא יעשה בפשיעס בעל הבית, בדובר כלל, הרי זה אונוס הנפטר כמו ש from everything, any kind of payment? Yeah.
Anything. And according to those who say he's a mechusar amona, he's not a mechusar amona, he's garnished because he's an onus.
Yeah, the only thing is, you remember there was a clause before which said that if this is a usual thing, that even when you check it,
Okay, fine, but then it's b'pshiyosei.
that's considered pshia
Then
because
it's pshia.
then,
Then it's not. He's not an honest
yeah, but
because
on
he
the other
knows
hand, what should he have done?
he should have told them. He should have specified and told them, listen, you guys aren't from around here, but you should know that this river has a tendency to overrun its banks and flood it. And if it does that, there'll be no work. So I'm just letting you know that when you're accepting this job, you're accepting it with this possibility.
Right,
And he didn't. And he didn't. If he didn't tell them, he's pesher b'davar.
right. Hago. Ve'ain lekamon simen shin lamed daled seif beis melamed hamas kirat shnei shonim vehiskil shon risheno mikre haschola gam leshon hashniya v'hu adin kol poyo. You look at the contract as one
As
goof,
a one, yeah, it doesn't right.
as one entity and not two.
Yeah,
Okay, so
fine.
now we
Let's
do
look
the
at
smah. Let's start from the
yeah.
smah from the
He's,
beginning.
he's right on the top of the page. Arizeh kedavar avod lehen.
Second place. Give me a sec. Just give me a second. Hey. I have a torn page over here, and I have to. It's if I don't put a scotch tape, it already got worse from yesterday. I fixed it yesterday. I wouldn't. Give me a sec. Weiter. Okay. Um. Yeah. So how do we do this? And I
Meh,
should start. I should start.
smeh sifkat mechet.
Smeh. Okay. Elotarumus. Yeah.
Um,
No, no, we did Aleph.
no,
It's
Arizeh kedavar avod
base,
lehen.
base. I'm sorry, base. So that would be the
It's on the top
Smeh.
of the page. It's Harizeh kedavar avod lehen. It's on the second page of the seif, not the first page. The shach and
Yeah, sure, sure. Harizeh Dov Sharud and Pirush V'Chaye Medina de Garmi. Yeah,
yeah,
that's
Pashut.
the poshet. Yeah, Ve'im Nishbarim Niskorim. Ve'Pochois Pirush Ato Niskorim Pochos Mashahoyu Niskorim Emesh. Ve'Chen Hulot Berloshen Natur. So
See,
then
it's
he has to,
interesting, and he words it the same way like we said.
yeah, and then he
Not
has to,
not niskanim pachas from what I offer from what I'm offering you.
from,
Pachas mi masha hayu niskarim emesh. From you, the difference goes according to what the market was yesterday.
right. And then what do you pay the difference from yesterday to
From
today?
yesterday's market, but lav dafka the difference from what I was offering you. Because if I was
Me,
offering above market, I didn't cause you that loss. I caused you a
the
loss from
50,
market.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
with everybody else.
like the
Yeah.
15. Yeah, and it's actually mashma in his words here. Smeh.
Yeah, ומשלם לפרס, רוצה לומר מה שנזכרנו היום פחות מאמש, משלם לו לפי ערך כפועל בוטל על פי זכירה שלו. That's exactly what you said right
Interesting.
now.
Yeah.
ממש exactly, מילה במילה what you said.
Yeah, so he's going to
ואם
pay him Kipayel
הוכו,
bottle, but he's going to pay him Kipayel bottle against yesterday's market.
exactly, do you understand what I'm saying? This is what I was pointing out, that the starter point is,
Yeah. Right. That you
you know
said
what I'm
before,
saying?
like where are you starting your calculation from here?
Exactly. So if you start
Right.
from
Like
20,
let's say for example, we established that 25% less is what a pale bottle gets. Right.
25% of what?
So for
25%
what?
of 20
Yeah,
or
good. Yeah,
15?
yeah, good
Yeah,
result.
yeah, that's exactly
Good
what I'm saying.
result.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ve'im hochu, that's what I was hacking all the time. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. I see now. I see now in his words exactly what you're saying.
Yeah. Ve'im hochu אף על פי כולה, כך כוסף גם כמטור בשם הראש, והויסף וכוסף בשמוי ז"ל, את זה לשוינוי, וכן לא יהולכו ועקבום עד שאין מוצאים להסתכל, צריך ליתן להם סחורם כפייל בוטל. Kiven shegorim lahem hefsed. So that's why you have to give them something for it.
Right. So this touches on what you were bringing before. Is at what point did he tell them?
Yeah, I think
So here they say like you were saying, even if he didn't loyhalchu,
yeah,
but he slept on them. He could have told them earlier, and
yeah.
instead he slept on them. And by the time he told them, if he would have told them 2 hours ago, they could find something, and now they can't. It's still got me. Sorry, you got to pay him.
Yeah, that's v'chein loy holchu ve'ikvum ad shel moitzim listaker.
Right.
That's what I was timing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's not a
Right.
magic.
Because the bottom line is were you Gaita Mahevsich them? That's the bottom line.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
In other words, had you said it in a timely fashion, they could have found work.
Right. The holchu is really just a detail. That's how you stop them from. But
The
if
truth
you
of the matter
otherwise
is,
stop them also.
otherwise it's two dinim. Du verstehst nicht. I disagree. One is a din in Hascholas Melocha,
Oh, I see what you're saying.
and another option is
Interesting.
acting
Interesting.
responsibly.
So that's very interesting because it's not mashma that from the words here.
I think
But
when he says over here,
but from everything else, it is.
I'm sorry, I want to make dike with one word of the smeh. You talk about splitting hairs.
Yeah.
Bechein. Bechein
No,
means,
let's put it.
bechein, the word bechein,
V'chein lo yholchu
bechein
v'ikvum.
is another option where you become mechuyev kepel bottle.
Yeah, but then he messes it up with Ella.
לא הלכו עד שמועצם להסתעקר. צריך ליתן להם
But he
כיוון
messes it up. He messes that up with the Ella. Ella urcha
זה
de
מילתא
milsa
שלא יהולכו
which is now mashma that they're the same thing again.
אלא אורחא דמילסה. The usual thing is knocked. The what the mistamach שלא יהולכו מועצין להסתעקר.
So he just messed up the whole svara of Aschal's
No. 1 second. Hold on a second. But כשלא יהולכו is talking about when, but what they have to know that they don't have work to do. Oh, he says in a case of loy holchu, you understand? It's not usually.
You know what it is? He's talking here in a case. There's two things here.
I begin to understand.
Meaning by holchu, there's two things here. If he stopped them from getting work by holchu, then there's also that. And by holchu, there's an additional reason, like you're saying. And that's why over here, right? If he didn't tell them they couldn't find work, fine, but that's assuming they could have found work yesterday. By holchu, even if they couldn't find work yesterday and they couldn't find work this morning, why? Because there's an additional reason, like you're saying. It fits what you're saying. It fits very well.
So what I was saying is it's like another option. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So meaning the v'chein is only one reason. Is the God of me?
Right. That
But
if you didn't tell them in a timely fashion, as a result of which,
and that applies also to holchu. Now by holchu, there's an additional thing that even if they couldn't find yesterday, why? Because that's cholos melacha.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Let me put bechein im lo holchu. בעקבו מצ'ן מצין להסתעקר, צורך ליתן להם כפועל בוטל, כיוון שגרם להם להפסד. שהיו יכולים, that's talking about שהיו יכולים למצוא עבודה. שהיו יכולים למצוא עבודה. אלו אורכא דמילסה נוקא דמסתמק שלא יהולכו מוצאים להסתעקר. He seems to take, he says, in the case of Lo Yholchu, most probably there was work available. That's what he was saying. The likely, which is, maybe it's likely, but but even he would agree that it's possible that he won't find work. In which case, im loy hochu and he couldn't find work, he have to pay him schar bottle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ukisheholchu ein moitzin. And when and when
When
they
they were, they're not finding it already. Yeah.
because I mean it's possible that when they're there already, you know what I'm saying?
He's really splitting a hair here though, because
Yeah.
because in Holchu we say afal pisha loy you might okay, but that's not by loy Holchu. Because
No.
by loy Holchu, it's not the case that afal pisha loy might seem.
Are we learning this tonight with him?
I don't know. I don't know where we're holding tonight. I can't remember where he was holding.
He started Chazor already?
Yeah, last week.
God, even you know. If he did, if I would be murdered of this, because this is a big thing. It should make a big deal out of this. I mean, seriously, it's a big halacha.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
like
know.
he brings in like in a
It's very bekitz. It is very terse, very very bekitzer.
Yeah.
This man, and it's yesh daber poi. You know.
Yeah, and it's weird because even though it's this very short thing, he's in a sense he's challenging the understanding he's challenging the klal in a way.
Because the Matthias is that the Matthias is whether you like it or not that the case of Holchu is a din in Kinyan Avoida in Hascholas Avoida, right? This is not a case of Hascholas Avoida. This is a case of your negligence messing a person up
Right.
because you decided not to tell him in a timely fashion. Which had you told him in the timely fashion, then he could have gotten work. So Yosh Mazelkeit, you didn't tell him, but Mela he got messed up. So you have to fit the bill.
Right.
You have to.
But it almost seems but at
That's
this
only
but at the
his
same
work.
time Holchu is a whole nother level.
I agree, but that time that he said over here right now that you should. That's only
But
in a case.
I think what he's pointing out here mainly is besides for the fact that Holchu, by Holchu fine is Hascholas Malacha. Let's put that aside a second.
Yeah.
Don't get caught on the fact that yesterday there was work or yesterday. If they could have gotten work, I don't care yesterday, I don't care today, and by your negligence, you caused that they missed their opportunity. It's on you.
It's on you. I'll tell you because and the spot is very simple because you created.
But I do feel he could have explained that simpler.
Yeah, but hold on a second. And you created a scenario that they shouldn't have work, that they should come to you.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Right. I don't care if it happened now. I don't care if it happened yesterday.
I just want to say.
I don't care if it happened a second ago. It doesn't make a difference when it happened, and why and how whatever. You were negligent, and you could have informed them, and instead you waited, and now they lost an opportunity. You got me finished.
I just want to point out something that you said before, just so we remember very clearly, that in the case of ikvam, right, the case of loy holchu ikvam and all that, that's obviously he told them the next day before they left.
Yeah.
He didn't wait so long.
Well, all right, because otherwise they're holchu already.
Yeah, but that he it was a shlemazel by not telling him the night before, by him messing up. That's only talking about when there's available work the night before. Then you mess them up. But if there wasn't a work,
there's no available work. If there's no because this whole thing relies on dinner de garmi. If there was no work, there's no garmi.
So then even schar bottle you don't pay. I'm telling you.
For nothing, garnish. You don't pay anything.
Nothing. It's only thing That's okay. It's good. I think this is something we spoke about with good. It's clear to me. It's clear to
Yeah.
you.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't I love Dafka. Do I like how he words it? But it's clear to me
No,
what
it's
he's saying.
very terse, isn't it? Very
Yes,
condensed.
very much so.
You really have to speak it out a little bit.
Yeah, he like he does it in a funny twisted way, in my opinion.
Yeah. והוא שעכשיו הם נזכרים כלל חולו, סמי ביתה, yeah?
Yeah,
נמצא דין חילוק בין הולכו ללא הולכו. In the case with in Niskarim, it doesn't make a difference הולכו ללא הולכו, right?
right.
אלו כשזולס סחירוסו לא יהיו מוצאים מי שיזכירו אוי שהיו סורכים אחרים פוחס, כמו שהסבר לעיל. והוא שעכשיו אינו נזכרים כלל,
Right, so that's the difference between Halchu and Loy Halchu.
נמצא דאין חילוק בין הולכו ללא הולכו. אלו כשזולס סחירוסו,
Right. When's the difference? The difference is if there was, besides for this condition, that there had to be not work available yesterday and work available today. And no work, there had to be work available yesterday and no work available today.
Work yesterday and no work today, right?
Yeah.
Work yesterday.
That by Loy Halchu, there's a novel tarumis. By Halchu, too bad. It's Haskolas Malacha. But it's funny because this Sma sits funny with the one right before it. You just got done telling me v'chein lo yolchu likvam, same thing. But no, but now you're telling me that no, here's an afkamina.
Right. אלו בפוחוס משלם להם הפרס, right פירוש, הן יזכרו נפשם לאחרים, למלוכו, ומה שפוסחו להם אחרים, whatever they reduced, not they reduced,
whatever they was less,
but whatever they paid less, whatever להם אחרים, צורך בעל הבית זה, the original contractor, right? The original בעל הבית, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The original boss, he has to be mashlim the amount, זה שחוזר בו למעלה שכירוסו כשיעור שסוחר איסן.
Yeah, fine, that's part of
וכן מפורש בטור אין שם.
Yeah.
Okay, היזכיר הפועל, כולה, המחבר נמשך...
That's already the next seif.
The next seif, okay, fine.
So now the
let's do the shach very quickly. Im niskon bepoches, no?
Yeah.
I don't think there's a shach before that, no. Im niskon bepoches, mashma dem, deim moitzin leistaker, ein tzorch balabayit leshalem. Lahem, הפועל כפועל בוטל. אלו משלם, להם הפחס.
Right, meaning they don't have so the option is no longer, they can't tell him, no, you hired us, we don't want to go for the work that's less, you pay us like a pale butt. Like, no. Right. You take the work, you have to take that other work, and I'm only going to be mashing you the difference, because that's all that I was guiding you. I wasn't guiding you a bigger loss.
וכן משקוסו ואחר כך, אבל אם מוצאים מי שיזכור וכו', וכן מש בטורק, דקוסו ונויצא להם זכור כפועל בוט וכו'. ואם אומר לוי, לך והזכר עצמך במה שתוכל ואני אשלם על זכורך, השיעור שפסקתי עמך, צורך לעשות את כאן לשוין. משמע, דרוצה לא אומר, הפועל מחויב לעשות את המלוכה, ואינו יכול לא אומר, Asian bottle, yeah. Right. Go get up.
Yeah.
Sounds familiar, Oh, sit here,
Right, yeah, no.
I'll take it easy.
Yeah, it's better for me, I'll sit here.
I'll collect,
Yeah.
As bottle mishalem kepoil bottle, elo habredo biata balabais.
Right. Now the balabais meaning the balabais, the bottom line is I was only giving you X amount of hefset.
It's much more from here.
So now the balabais, as long as I'm being mashed from your hefset, I can choose. I can tell you either go take the other work and I'll pay you the difference, or I'll tell you, you know what, don't take the other work. You sit here and I'll pay you like a pale bottle.
It's
either one, because either way, I'm now no longer damaging you as I got me.
Right.
So the balabas can choose which way suits him better.
But it's much more from here that the he would rather pay the difference than schar bottle.
Well, because I think I think it's what's it called?
And it's not because he's
No,
trying to. I
no,
don't
no.
think
Well,
he's trying to.
I think it's urge de milsa. Urge de milsa is that another job he's going to find next door stocking shelves. The difference is going to be $1 or $2. Okay, but Pale Butler I have to pay you $7, $8,
Yeah,
whatever it is. I
yeah.
think urge de milsa is usually most commonly it's going to be that the price is going to be less than Pale But than the Mishalim to Pale But.
Either because the price is not from one salary to that salary is not much out of this world different. It is
Right.
different, but not. Or because it could be that the original startup point is quite a bit of money.
Right, and now it could be
It
that
could be that
Mishalem
that
Pras,
Scott Bottle could be quite a bit of money.
it could be Mishalem Pras
A few dollars more.
is going to be more because let's say I hired you to be a doctor for a day,
Oh.
and you look around and the only work is warehouse work. It's a difference of $100 an hour versus $10 an hour.
What you're saying is that Balabos Yoda Alyoina, you're saying.
Yeah, because again
He can dictate the guy
because
what to do.
because his chiyuv is to eliminate what he was guiding to you. That's it. So now let's say I hired you as a doctor for $100 an hour for the day,
Yeah.
and there's work, but it's warehouse work for $10 an hour a day. So the doctor will say, listen, I'll work for the $10 and you be mashling me the other 90. Right? The Balabas will say, no, because payil batal even for a doctor is 70. I'm just going to pay you so you sit here, do nothing. I'll pay you the 70. Why do I want to pay you the 90?
Fine.
Yeah. But the Bach argues on this.
And Abreda biyad Balabayis. Abach, Seif Aleph, Kos Abreda biyad Peelim. Shem no yitu lehaskir atzmon, mechuya Balabos לשלם להם בפועל בוטל. ואם אין מי רוצה להפסיד דובר, יזכירו עצמם והוא ישלם להם וכו'. כן, אז די כמו שכוסו.
Right, and he's saying basically what the Bach says doesn't sound right.
So whose opinion is this? So we just quoted before the Bach?
You can ship from the tour.
Yeah. משלם הפרס, מה שנזכורים היום פוחס מאמש לפי ערך הפועל, yeah. אוקיי, משלם הפוחס, מה שנזכורים היום פוחס מאמש לפי ערך הפועל בוטל, על פי סחידוס של אמש, עד כאן לשוינס, לא שנסמה. רלוונטי דבורף דמה עניין הפועל בוטל לכאן. דהו כיוון שנזכורים פוחס ואויסים מלוכו, so Hashim net el kol apchas. Ulai tzriya le de bashkos ha-mechaber im nizkon bepochos, so tzriya misheim hoyo, misheschorem im nizkon bepochos, behemes enem nizkorim, aval,
Right,
behemes...
he's saying, what do you mean like a pale bottle?
He's not paying bottle.
A pale bottle, you're paying him because a person would rather sit than not do work. But
Yeah,
you're sending them to a work that's less money that they have to do the work. So what do you mean a pale bottle? No, you have to pay them the whole price because they're doing work.
Right. So
Yeah.
what's the pshat? How do you find for it?
So he's gonna try. Ulai svilo ed mashkos from mechaber v'im niskarim bepochis. Rot shaleimar shemahoya misha sachron hoya niskarim bepochis. Uve'emes einam niskarim. So he says, oh, maybe what he's saying is almost like the Bachman before. That maybe they could find somebody who would pay them, but he would pay them less. But they're not working, so he has to pay them. But he's saying it's not gam lishna de mishalem apchas le mashmachi el pirashti. So he doesn't agree with this. he tries to find for the smile. It's a very,
How do
very
let me ask you a question. How do we find for this man?
he doesn't. He says it's the smell is wrong.
That means I don't remember learning the smell like this.
Yeah, I remember this man. I remember the Shach said this doesn't make sense what you're talking about.
Right.
Because remember, a pale bottle means he didn't work. If he found other work, he's working. So what does pale bottle have to do with anything at that point?
Can you just point me where this smell is? Because
this one we did, what's it called? Here. Yud. Sivkot and Yud Nisma.
Ja, aber das ist mal schön. Ich score im Hayom Pochs Memesh. Wir haben noch vierig a pale bottle.
Vierig bottle. What do you mean the people? What was so the Shah says? What do you mean compare to the vierig pale bottle?
Yeah. I should have hopped on that.
What I think this Smeh is talking about is something different. Meaning what the Smeh is trying to say is like this. The Smeh is saying, I hire you for 20. Okay. If I was paying you for pale bottle, would have been 15. You now find work for 10. So according to the Smeh, I only have to pay you another 5 because that's what I would have had to pay you as a pale bottle. Says the Shach, but me paying you as a pale bottle, you're sitting and not working.
Yeah,
here you had to go and work. What do you mean I pay you? No, I have to pay you like the whole 20.
It makes sense that that's what he meant. Yeah,
I have to pay you like the whole 20. He says because you had to work. You're not going to the other job and sitting there. You're going to the other job and having to work.
Right.
The only way I can see to find for the Smeh is if he's going to another job that it's a job that's a pale bottle sort of job. Then it would make sense.
Yeah.
But otherwise,
Okay. ודווקא שלחו הם עצמם, שעוז נזכאים ביניהם הסחירוס. הסחירוס פועלים נגמר בהסחולת המייסה, אבל הולך שם השליח, אין להם אלו תרום מסגר לשון, דרמגיד. Remember that. נויס להם סחורם, והוא הדינים שהפועלים נזכורם בגימל, והוא סחורם בדלת, גימל שהולכו, אבל כאילו הסחירו, ואין יוכל להחזר בי. ואינו יוכל לא ימר הזכירו עצמכם כשאר פועלים, אלו צריך ליתן להם כפועל בוטל. לפי התנאי הגודל שפוסק עמהם, או יזכירו עצמם כשאר פועלים, והוא ישלם מהם כתנאי שפוסק עמהם. They have a choice, you see. The Shach saying is you have a choice over here. They either go to work, right? And he'll pay the difference, or they won't go to work and he will have to pay Ksar bottle. Here you have Shach says clearly that you have no.
Sure, pay it. Let me give him one dog. Give me a like either his school or any of the laughs a bit. Yeah. Or they have the choice to be here. The choice right here. So here's the difference, the fine difference here. But here, remember before, which maybe that's what it could be. Maybe that I wonder if that's what the Bach was referring to. But that's right because before he said the Breida biyad balabais. Here it's the Breida is biyad. No, I'm sorry, we started working for you. So now the Breida is biyad the pale. That's what it seems he's saying. He can't tell them go askiru tzatmechem. He has to give them kepayel bottle, or yaskiru atzmem if they want to. If they want to, yaskiru atzmem.
That's talking about that's once they started once they holchud. That's
meaning if they'll want more money, so yaskiru atzmem and they'll take the price from him. But they could choose to sit like a pale bottle. That's the difference. The difference, according to the Shach, is that by loy holchu, the breidas biyad the balabais. Halchu, the braid is biyad apil.
So the smell was talking about loy holchu.
Well, the shach was even the shach in the shach test was talking about loy halchu. He himself was said. He said that the braid is biyad apilim. And the Bach said that no, it's biyad seichim. He doesn't agree with him, but that's by loy halchu. By halchu says the shach, the braid is biyad apil.
Again, I'm sorry. The Smith says what?
Not the Smith. The shach himself said.
The Shach says that they have once holchu, they can make the choices. I know, but I'm asking what
And
is
the shach said by loy halchu, the balabas makes the choice.
That's about who said the Bach?
The shach himself.
I know Shach is machar between holchu and loy holchu. I understand that.
Yeah.
I just the machlokas that we brought before.
That was the Bach. The shach. He said that the Bach was bringing in the case of loy holchu, was saying that the braid is biyad the pelim, and that's ve'enikein.
The Bach said that. I'm sorry. The Smith said that the Bach said that what?
Not the Smith. There wasn't the Smith. It was all in the shach.
Yeah, sorry. That what is
the shach said? The shach first explained it.
Yeah.
And then he said, but the Bach says that the braid is biyad pelim, and it's not, and this is not so.
Always, always, where the whole
right. Yeah. It would always be.
Okay.
The shach says no. Oh, but by holchu, yeah.
Okay, weiter. ונויצל להם סחורם והוא הדין עם שאר פועלים נזכורם בגימל והוא סחורם בדלת וכיוון שהולכו הבלי כאילו הזכילו ואינו יוכל לחזור בו. ואינו יוכל לא ימח הזכירו עצמכם כשאר פועלים. אלא צורך ליתן להם כפועל בוטל לפי התנאי הגודל שפוסק עמוהם. או יזכירו עצמם כשאר פועלים. והוא ישלם מהם כתנאי שפוסק עמוהם, כך כתוב הראש הטור ורבנו ירוחם. אוקיי, י"ג. ויש חלקים, remember?
Yeah, that was by Melacha Keveda.
יש דעתי אפשר דין מי שחולק. זה לא תלמיד הרז.
Oh, remember this?
כן,
This comes up later. And this keeps coming up later on in this.
ואם אינו מוצא להסתכל במלאכה כבדה מזו, אם רוצה לא יסעצק ולא יסחולק פועל בוטל, אקל לשוני. אוקיי, ויש להם דין מוסיפים שכר על המלאכה כבדה. ולמה לי? לא?
Yeah.
וכמוקם יעשה מלאכה כבדה ונחזה ענון על פי השום מה שרוי להוסיף, וכך ייתן לו. יש להם דמיירי שאף על פי השום הוא מגיע לו יויסר ממה שמגיע לו יעתו כפועל בוטל. לכן הבעל הבית אינו רוצה להוסיף לו. כך אם יצא הפועל יסעסק במלאכה כבדה כפי מה שנויסנים. בעל הבית פוטר ממנו. You see, the Balabos is one who gains over here.
Right, or he'll do it right, or he'll.
Is this in the case of Holku or Loy Holku?
This must be a case of Loy Holku. Because by a case of Holku, by a case of Holku, he'll say, listen, so because by case of Holku, they have the option to sit as
they have the option. Anyway. Okay, fine. Go ahead. I'll see you in 15 minutes. 15 minutes.